So welcome to this video update for my paper trading account using ChartMill. Today it's Saturday, December 16th. So first let's have a look at my closed positions for last week. I've sold half for now, and the reason for that is quite obvious. There is some overhead resistance on the weekly chart, November 2021, and we already had a very strong upward move, so I've expected some resistance on that level. So I had a sell order in place for half the position at $705, yeah, and that order was triggered on December 11. It went further up to 720, and then Thursday sellers came in, pushing the price down almost 5%. The stop loss for the remaining part, the other half position, was just a little bit lower, but the next day it opened with a gap down, and my stop loss for the remaining position was triggered. Was also some heavy volume, so I'm completely out of service now. So that was the first sell was 11 December for a profit of 0.65% on the total equity. And then the second one, 0.44%. So in total 1.10%, and the initial risk was 0.5%. So that's more than 2R. Lee was also stopped out completely due to this massive shakeout. And then the next day it regained, but that's just the name of the game. So for Lee, the first position, minor profit of 0.25%, and the second one almost out at break even. Very, very minor loss. And then Cyber was a rather aggressive one. I've entered it Thursday when it broke out above this sideways range, but the same day I was stopped out. It tested the 150 SMA, and then next day it opened very close to the high of that range with rather heavy volume, but I'm stopped out for this. So those were the closed positions. Then let's have a look at our open positions. I'm going to open the watch list, my open positions list. So first, a little bit zooming in on the daily chart. So left is the daily chart and right is the weekly chart. This is the basic Minervini template, trend template view, but I'm going to change this to my advanced view that also contains the 10 and 20 moving average, the yellow and the red one. So MDXG entered this one December 13 at 822, a very strong breakout, almost 4%, but especially the next day some heavy follow through, almost 7.5%, and also the third day, look at the volume. That's really a very good sign of accumulation. Also on the weekly chart we have a breakout. That's a massive cup and handle pattern, as you can see. So I've already raised the stop loss. The initial risk was 0.5%, and now it's 0.25%. Mio, one of the strongest performance I have ever seen in my entire career. Since begin November it was 1.5, and now its high price is 5.6, almost 5.57. The reason for this very strong move yesterday, plus 10%, and on a weekly basis even 30%. Yesterday I've received an alert, and I will show you. It was an analyst ratings alert for Miomo. So there was an initiate buy from H.C. Wainwright, so December 15, and I think that's part of the reason that it went up. So for each of my watch lists I have alerts in place, and these are so updated analyst ratings, new fundamental alerts, new insider transaction alerts, earnings alerts, and news alerts. And because it's on the level on the watch list, every stock that is added to this watch list, I'm getting an alert automatically. That's the reason that yesterday I've received that alert. Current stop loss for Mio is 4.24. So even when I'm stopped out, and it's only 1/4 of a position because I've already sold half of the position approximately at $3. Yeah, and then the second one in this range 4, and my remaining position is only 1/4. I will not sell it. I will raise the stop loss if needed and if I can, and then eventually I will be stopped out. A nice target in the short term now is $7, as you can see over here on the weekly chart. That's the first target right now. Current stop loss is, as already said, 4.24. HLNE, very nice runner. I've entered this one the November 22nd. Very nice contraction pattern, as you can see, and entered it. A very strong move. Price above 10, above the 20 SMA. And for this position, I also have an open sell order. So sell half position at 116. And the reason is just the same as for the ticker now. Overhead resistance, November 2021, even the dates are the same. So when it reaches this level, I will sell half the position because I think this move is somewhat extended. So I'm going to take some profit off the table if it reaches that move. I've already raised the stop loss quite a bit to 103.38. So even when I'm stopped out for the full position, it will be a profit of more than 1.5%. And the initial risk was 0.70, so that's more than 2R, which is a nice result. DDOG, that is one of the most recent, I think it's the most recent position. It was a very tiny test position, and the reason for that, I will show it. The real pivot point is just above this candle, so just above 120.26, but I've entered a very tiny position because I saw this one. I saw this bullish flag. There was a breakout of this bullish flag. Slightly more volume and a very tiny position. Risk percentage was only 0.25%. I've not added to the position. The volume was not overwhelming, so it's still a very small position, but it's doing fine. So next one, AirCap Holdings, since December the 6th. This one, so it broke out and then it came right back. This is a doji bar. I thought I would be stopped out in the next days, but it went up, and now my stop is at 71.75. So I've already locked in more than 1R because the initial risk was 0.50%. American International Group, it's not doing well, no follow through after the breakout, and my stop loss is currently at the break-even level, 65.01. Heavy volume also, so wait and see. Opvi, also one that is quite recent, since December 11. So I've entered it here just above 4, and it went up more than 10%. Also the next day, change was only 2.56%, but look at that doji candle. But it stays strong, it stays above the 10 SMA. So I've already raised the stop loss to 3.84. Initial risk was 0.75%. And now it's minus 0.30%. So those are the open positions. I have one new setup, and that is Blaze, BLZE. A clear VCP pattern, strong volume. So if you can get above this range, I will enter the position. Very small position, also risk percentage 0.25%. And the reason for it is this weekly chart. It's still in a stage 1, so no stage 2. So it's a test position. I know that some of you also have asked to share this trading sheet, and I'm onto it. I think in the next week or the next 2 weeks it will be available. Nice thing about it, all the links that you can see will be available. For example, for all the close positions, if you click on it, then you will see a chart where you can see where I bought it and when I sold it. So I think that's a nice feature also for myself. So all these filters will also be available. For example, if you click on one of these filters, it will bring you directly to the ChartMill screener. So these are specific screening filters, and you can search for setups, as I do a couple of times a week for all these different screening filters. So if you want unlimited access, you can always check the different subscription formulas. So that's it for this week. I've already updated my Twitter account. I have to add the new setup, so Blaze I will add today or tomorrow, and then I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.